This episode of the Marketing That Works podcast is sponsored by Shape and Foster. Shape and Foster is a lifestyle development app that provides monthly actionable insight from 6 experts in mental health, financial planning, nutrition, fitness, yoga, and a life coach. It is a one-stop shop for self-improvement. The app provides a proactive and informed approach to improving your mental well-being by enabling practices and habits to be built. Lifestyle development is all about enhancing your quality of life by improving awareness, identity, and potential. One community of actionable insight. Learn from 6 pillars essential to a healthy heart and healthy mind in one unique app. Visit shapeandfoster.com for your free 14-day trial today. Again, that's shapeandfoster.com. SHAPE and foster.com. I'm Drew Bedard, and this is Marketing That Works, a podcast about the tools, tips, and tactics that business owners and marketers need to wow their customers and grow their profits. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Marketing That Works podcast. I'm your host, Drew Bedard, and welcome back. Happy New Year 2021. It's been a tumultuous and interesting week in the United States this week with both, some good things and some beautiful things and some terrible things that happened at the Capitol yesterday. I'm recording this on Thursday, January 7th. So, crazy day in America yesterday on January 6th. But I did want to make this kind of a New Year's special and talk about 2 different topics today on the show. First one being a little bit of a look back at 2020 and my shows in 2020. I think I did about 45 shows in 2020 and kind of what the topics were and what some of the most popular episodes were. And then also just looking forward to 2021 and what we're going to be doing on the show and kind of doubling down on some of the things that have been popular that you guys have liked over the last year. So first, let's get started with the 2020 look back. I think you could probably break it into a few different categories. One being better interviews, solid interviews with really smart marketers. I think that would be one. Another category would be tips and tricks, which is I think some of the most popular episodes that we had in 2020 were based around YouTube and based around YouTube tips, which we'll be doing more of in 2021. And then I also think that, or not just think, but looking back at the analytics, I think some of the most popular shows that I had in 2020 were based on, marketing hacks. So whether it be the one that I did about where I said changes, and it was because it was about an episode about talking about how an email marketer used the word changes in their subject line, and that got them a whole new batch of opens. So marketing hacks, again, tips and tricks of specific maybe social media channels, I think was the other most popular thing. And then again, really good interviews. And so to go through a few of the interviews that we had interviews ranging all the way from, I'm looking in my schedule here, all the way back to early 2020, obviously. And Jesse Cole from the Savannah Bananas was on the show. Catherine Jones was on the show twice, one with me interviewing her. She's a digital marketing guru and design specialist, ClickFunnels guru. John Lee Dumas in early 2020, who's, if you know JLD, he's a huge marketer out there. Let's kind of scale up and see. We had Roger Dooley. We had Remy Stern. Roger Dooley is a famed neuroscientist, neuromarketer. Remy Stern, I had him on to talk about the infomercial industry, that he wrote a book about it. That was really interesting as well. Let's see. We had Shep Hyken, who's a customer service specialist. Another very, very interesting discussion. And we had a bunch of these kind of right in a row. So they were really good, more towards the middle tail end of the year. So I would encourage you, if you have not listened to those episodes, to kind of go back into those episodes and listen to some of those interviews. I thought they went really well. Brian Clayton was another, who's a CEO of a company called GreenPal. So there was interviews kind of all over the map, and we'll be doing some more interviews in 2021, but really trying to hone in on what you guys want to learn about, which is really more of, again, that if we can combine the three most popular types of episodes, again, with interviews, tips and tricks of specific social media channels, and then maybe marketing hacks. I think what we'll try to do is maybe combine all three of those into one kind of mega episode that we do more often, maybe once a month, trying to get an interview with a person who can teach us something about marketing hacks and social media tips. So I think that's a direction that I'm definitely going in 2021. So again, let's go into the number 2 area, which was kind of the tips and tricks related to social media. 3 episodes in particular. 2 were in the summertime that I did 2 back-to-back. I think it was 8 tips on YouTube and then 5 tips on YouTube. That led to a lot of conversations with people and people actually reaching out to me about YouTube. My friend Leighton Hart and I did a YouTube episode right there at the end of 2020 because Leighton, who runs Market Street Media, is doing a lot of different YouTube channels, and he's learning a ton about how to optimize YouTube channels for growth, for views, for SEO, for monetization, everything. And really my summertime episodes, the 8 tips and the 5 tips around YouTube, those were, again, some of the most popular episodes because they were really based around the direct tips and tricks that can enhance your YouTube channel, based around thumbnails and titles, and again, SEO and keywords, and then content. What needs to be in YouTube videos and how to niche down into a topic to really grow your YouTube presence. Excuse me. Again, the other, just talking around that sort of social media tips and tricks, did several episodes around maybe the Instagram unicorn strategy, the Instagram hashtag strategy. The unicorn strategy is based around analyzing your best posts and then trying to enhance your Instagram by repeating your best post. I don't think that this tactic in particular, if I can stop for a second, can be repeated enough. In marketing, when you find something that works, do more of it. So the Instagram unicorn strategy is based on looking at your Instagram feed and your competitors and looking at what works best, what gets the highest likes, the highest engagement, and do more of it because that's what your audience wants. So that was the Instagram unicorn strategy. The Instagram hashtag strategy was based on Instagram gives you 30 hashtags. And in that episode, I really talked about how if you use all 30 Instagram hashtags, but I advise you to do kind of a nitty-gritty strategy as part of it, is don't put them all into the first post or the first caption that you do. Put them into the second caption or the first comment on an Instagram post, and utilize use 3 maybe in the original post and use 27 in the first comment. And you need to do it right after you post your Instagram post. You need to put it in there, put those hashtags in that first comment as soon as you post. So that was a couple just quick look backs. So I see, and there were some Facebook pages, Facebook Premiere, Facebook video strategies, video. I can't say that enough as well, is that if you're in the social media world or you're in the marketing world, you should be using video to your advantage. And again, that's where it paid off, talking about YouTube as well. So tips and tricks related to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. TikTok really didn't make it much onto there, but still learning a lot about TikTok as it grows and kind of what are the strategies to do there. So maybe that's something we can delve into a little bit more in 2021. The third area that we talked about was sort of this marketing hack, looking at some of the marketing hacks that I had been researching, things like words and copy to use in emails or subject lines or headlines, how to really take slight variations of your marketing and really try new things, try to get people's attention, because attention is the number one part of this game. Try to get people's attention, and how to do that is to look at marketing hacks. Now, I want to give you one quick tip on marketing hacks or a place to look. There's a great guy. He has a crazy name, but if you look this up, it's a great newsletter to join. The guy's name is Aladdin Happy. I kid you not, like Aladdin, like the movie, and Happy, like the emotion. He has books. He has some free and some paid books in the Amazon Kindle space, but also a great newsletter. So go Google Aladdin Happy. He does a lot of like aggregating marketing hacks, and that's where I've learned and I've taken and I've studied a lot of the marketing hacks. I think I talked about a birthday marketing hack. I think, again, I talked about subject lines and headlines, but go look up that guy. But the third most popular category for my podcast in 2020 was the marketing hack space. So as we look forward to 2021 and what I'm going to try to bring you guys and what I'm going to try to look at and try to bring more value with the podcast as it moves into its, fifth year, I think I'm on with this podcast, is trying to combine all of those together. Can I find a great interview once a month maybe that looks at social media marketing hacks, how to grow in a social media space, and then how to use marketing hacks or just marketing finds, because I think that's what it is. It's probably more marketing archaeology of looking at your analytics and finding what works and then trying more of it, but trying to bring you guys more of that in 2021. So I hope you've gotten some great value out of this, just a look back at last year, but also a quick few tips in there, stuff that you can use today on your marketing. And then I look forward to bringing you more every single week this year, as often as I possibly can, on more things related to great interviews, great social media tips and tricks, and then great marketing hacks that you can try, marketing tips that really can grow and help you grow quickly so that you can analyze and you can keep getting better. So thanks again for listening to the show. Glad to be back in 2021, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to the Marketing That Works podcast. To find out more and to get the show notes and everything that's going on, go to marketstreet.media. That's where I house this wonderful podcast on the Market Street Media Podcast Network. So thanks, check it out, and we'll see you on the next episode.